Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for having me here. I'm Michael Sander, and I'm here to introduce LexPipe. LexPipe is a New York City-based legal tech startup founded by proven entrepreneurs, technologists, and attorneys. Let's back up and talk about the problem we're trying to solve. Here is a chart showing the predominance of hourly rates across professional services industries. You can see on the left, we have accounting and consulting. About a quarter of their matters are billed by the hour. On the right, we have legal services. 94% of law firm partners consider the billable hour to be their, quote, predominant form of billing. It's endemic to the entire industry, and most partners, if you ask them why it is that they do hourly billing, it's largely due to the fact that the costs, the legal matters are unpredictable, and resourcing them can be difficult. So this is, a lot of folks have tried to tackle this problem. Consultants across the industry, there's Harbor Consulting, I've quoted here, formerly HBR. They've worked with every major law firm that you can think of, and they say this: data is key. To best price legal matters, firms need to be able to estimate the related time required, staffing, and keep records of what past work was involved. That is what LexPipe is. We are a platform for law firms to understand what resources and time was required so that they can staff matters and eventually price them. All right. What data are we actually talking about here? My background is in public records, and a lot of people who have been analyzing time and time analysis have been really only looking at time entries, how much time has been spent on certain matters. And there's a lot of problems with that. I don't have the time to go into it. We've taken a completely different approach. We are looking at time entries, but we are also looking at the public record, and we are matching what attorneys have done in their cases with what actually occurred in the public record. I'll show you some of the things that we're pulling out, but I want to tell you why we're doing this, all right? It's to build things like this. This is a forward-looking litigation budget based on a law firm's past data. We can go take a picture of this, and I can go through the slides slowly later, but what we're effectively showing is the minimum and maximum we estimate the cost of a legal matter to be going forward based on a firm's previous old data, all right? Why do firms care about this? All right, one is there's a lot of workflows that are involved with pricing matters, okay? Number one is new matters. Every single new matter that comes in has to be priced, and firms have to submit project-based bids with confidence. They can't lose money on them, otherwise they lose money, all right? In addition, just for submitting bids, they have to forecast billables, understand what type of rates they're gonna be getting next year, or what type of bills they can actually expect to pull in. And it's not just about billables and forecasting like revenue, it's also about profitability. Understanding partner-to-associate ratios by task, by phase, by litigation life cycle, firms can actually better estimate the amount of the profits that they're going to expect to get in those litigations across the portfolio. Right, I want to back up and just talk a little bit about the public record component, just because this is my background. We do quite a bit of work with the public record, all right? And we've dived deeply into pulling out key pieces of information that are critical for pricing litigation matters. Number one, litigation claims can be now pulled out directly with AI and normalized to SALI standardized litigation claims, which we're already doing with extremely high accuracy. In addition to pulling out the claims and the type of the case that's actually occurring, the matter, we can also pull out timing. And we can identify how long discovery is going to be across a matter portfolio. And we can look at a firm's set of matters and identify how much they've spent on discovery in those matters. What we're doing is we're trying to market this to large law firms. I'm just going to go a little bit about the market. There's a specific, most large law firms have a group inside of them called a pricing team or a client value team that is largely responsible for a lot of these workflows. That's largely responsible for pricing out matters, approving new clients, and this is the market that we're really targeting. There are pretty much no products out there that are focused on this particular group of professionals inside the law firm. And what we're really trying to do is build a data platform so these folks can actually analyze their own matters and then forecast bills and then ultimately, bring this outside the law firm. We have kind of 3 different levels. Bring it across the law firm. We have 3 different levels. One kind of is an AI docket analysis, which really just tells law firms about their own matter based on the public data. Then once we start ingraining into the financial forecasting, it kind of gets a little bit of a broader product. And then as we can actually break outside of the client value teams and it's the pricing teams and start talking to attorneys, it becomes a much larger product and a much stickier product. We're not just talking to large law firms, we're also talking to in-house. There's a good play there as well. Large law firms want to be able to price their matters, but law firms also want to be able, in-house wants to be able to understand their legal spend. So there's kind of 2 sides of that coin. A little bit of traction here. So we started just this year. We've over the past year, we've met with a lot of data partners. We've built relationships with data partners. We've built an AI product. We've met with a lot of law firms, and we've actually launched a trial product into 4 law firms and 1 in-house counsel 2 of those law firms are sitting in this room today, and our goals for this year are really to bring them from trials to a design partner and to the next stage, to actually bring this to life. This is the team. Myself, I have 10+ years of experience in legal tech. I'm joined with 2 great co-founders who are both attorneys and technologists who've worked across the industry. We're really happy to answer any questions. Thanks very much.